If you can't step away from your business, you don't have a business, you have a job. I hear this cliche saying all the time, and there's definitely true things about it, but there's a lot of things that aren't true about this. And I want to talk about the aspect of them not being true. Sure, there are things that are going to be true, but about this, and I'm not going to dive in that in this episode, but I want to talk about those things that aren't true. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons why this is the case. And my goal here for you is for you to take this and realize that you are in the right place in your business. The very first thing is that even when you get team members, you're still doing a lot of work. As some of you may know, Refined VA helps place virtual assistants, and I had a coach one time telling me, because I was mentioning to him about, hey, I'm just so busy, it's hard for me to commit to this, and really truly it just wasn't a priority for me. That's why I wasn't committing. But he turned around, and I understand where he was coming from, but at the same time it didn't make sense, was that he said, okay, so you tell people, or you help people buy back their time by getting a virtual assistant, yet you don't have time. And he was trying to point out the hypocrisy on my side. And while that is true, it's also completely ignorant, because unless if you hire 10 or 15 people, you're probably not going to be out of most of the day-to-day. And even then, it's not about worker bees that you are hiring. You have to hire middle management as well in order to be able to actually get out of the day-to-day, out of the weeds, and have the business that's not just a job. When you're starting to delegate, you're still gonna be busy, if not even more busy, but you are going to be able to start getting rid of things. The very first thing about your business just being a job is that delegation and busyness doesn't mean you're automatically going to get out of work and be able to leave work without having to check on it. The second thing is that if you have systems in place, your business will run itself. And while systems certainly help out, they are not going to actually help you run your business. And you're still going to be stuck in the job, so to speak, but you really do have a business. You're just refining those processes, and those processes help create repeatable outcomes and repeatable outputs. A lot of times people will say, as long as you get a standard operating procedure in place, that's going to take care of everything, and it's not. At the end of the day, it's a great guideline for somebody who's taking on tasks, and it's not going to automatically get you out of the business. And the third thing is that you just don't want to turn off. A lot of times business owners they thrive being in the business. They miss being around the business. So rather than letting the business run itself, they stay involved even when they're on vacation. Hey, I'm here in Munich right now recording this, and I'm recording this. I am out of the country and I'm still getting stuff done in the business because I truly enjoy it. And I know you truly enjoy it as well. And so that's the third fallacy that most people don't talk about when it comes to a business. If you can't step away, it's because you have a job, not a business. So the 3 things are, just to recap, is 1, delegating and you're still busy as before you delegated to somebody. 2, SOPs will help buy your time back and streamline your processes and allow you to step away. And 3, you just really don't want to step away. Those are 3 things that are given false impressions that they're not the right thing in business. But in fact, it's where you're at in business right now. You are not a multi-billion-dollar organization. You're making a couple million a year. You're still going to be in the weeds. You're still going to be doing things. You're still going to be excited about it and want to do it. And that's okay. So forget what others say about, you have a business, but really you just have a job because you can't get away from it. You're just in that phase within your company right now, and that's okay.